Hi there. Today, we're talking about something that could impact millions of lives, Social Security, and specifically, the possibility of a $200 per month increase for all recipients. Imagine what that extra money could mean for you or your loved ones. If you're on Social Security, you're going to want to hear this. If you're new here, welcome to the Support Guide channel. Our mission is to help individuals navigate financial challenges, stay informed, and find solutions. Let's break it down and talk about what's being proposed, what's realistic, and how it might affect you. So let's start with Trump. Over the years, he's made strong statements about protecting Social Security. He said things like, "I'm not going to cut Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid," and has consistently opposed efforts to reduce these benefits. Recently, he proposed eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits altogether. Sounds great, right? If implemented, this could mean more money in the pockets of retirees and others relying on Social Security. Lower taxes would make a big difference for a lot of people. But here's the flip side. Experts warn that cutting these taxes could accelerate the depletion of the Social Security Trust Fund. This might lead to benefit cuts down the road, potentially hurting younger generations and low-income retirees the most. So while it seems like a win in the short term, there's concern about the long-term impact. It's a bit of a balancing act, giving people relief now versus ensuring the program stays sustainable for future recipients. Now, let's look back at Biden. During his 2020 campaign, he made headlines with a bold promise, increasing Social Security checks by $200 per month. That's $2,400 more a year for every recipient. This idea was especially appealing to seniors and people with disabilities, who often face significant financial challenges. Biden even tweeted about it, saying this increase was needed to protect those most at risk. However, despite the big talk, Biden didn't follow through on this promise. What he did do was commit to protecting Social Security from cuts and proposed changes like switching the inflation measure from the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, CPIW, to the Consumer Price Index for the elderly, CPIE. This would, in theory, better reflect the spending patterns of seniors and lead to slightly higher annual cost of living adjustments, COLAs. But even that didn't get much traction. As of now, there's been no significant movement on his 4-point plan for Social Security, leaving many people disappointed. So where does that leave us? The average Social Security check is around $1,924 per month as of October 2024. For many people, that's barely enough to cover rising costs for housing, food, and healthcare. Adding $200 a month could be life-changing. But here's the thing, presidents can only do so much. They can propose ideas and push for legislation, but Congress ultimately has to approve any changes. And Social Security is a complex issue that often gets tied up in political debates. Trump's recent promise to eliminate taxes on Social Security benefits has sparked a lot of conversations. On the surface, it seems like a no-brainer. Why should there be taxes on benefits that people have already paid into? If this plan goes forward, it could result in larger monthly checks for retirees. But fiscal policy experts point out that this change could reduce the program's revenue, making it harder to fund benefits in the future. For baby boomers, who are the largest group currently receiving Social Security, this could mean short-term relief in the form of bigger checks. But for younger generations, people in their 30s and 40s, this raises concerns about whether the program will even be around when it's their turn to retire. If nothing changes, benefits are expected to be cut by 25% in about 10 years when the trust fund runs out. Now, let's revisit Biden's $200 proposal. While it was never implemented, the idea itself highlights the growing need for more robust Social Security benefits. Seniors and people with disabilities have always been financially vulnerable, but inflation and rising costs have made it even harder to get by. Many people feel that a $200 increase should be a priority for any administration, regardless of political affiliation. Here's another factor to consider. Income taxes on Social Security benefits currently apply to households making over $25,000 a year. This threshold hasn't been adjusted for decades, which means more and more people are finding themselves paying taxes on their benefits. Lower-income beneficiaries pay less, but for many, even a small tax can make a big difference in their monthly budget. Eliminating these taxes, as Trump proposes, could provide immediate relief, but the long-term consequences for the program remain uncertain. So, where do you stand on all this? Do you think Trump's plan to cut Social Security taxes is the way to go, or would you prefer Biden's idea of a $200 increase across the board? It's clear that something needs to be done to support the millions of Americans relying on Social Security. But what's the best approach? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. That's all for today, folks. Remember, Social Security is your money, and you deserve to know what's happening with it. If you found this helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check out my next video for even more updates. Take care and stay safe.